I do indeed, and this one is special to me and special to my heart as well, because Happiness Bag is something that is near and dear to me, and Jodi Moan is the executive director. Thanks for stopping by.
Sure.
You know, you and I were talking about some of the things that John did that people didn't even know that he did. His impact on this community was so big, but his heart was so big when it came to those with special needs.
Absolutely it was. He sat on our board of directors, and he was always more than willing to come out and do whatever it was we needed to help with the Friends.
And the Friends there probably really got a kick out of some of the things that he did, right?
Absolutely, because one of the favorite things that we would like to ask him come and do was to call bingo.
Oh.
He was quite the bingo caller. Once we got him trained, we had to get him trained initially, but he took everything in stride when he came out, and he did it all with a smile, and everybody's talked about that smile. That was something that was present then as well.
I've also had the privilege of being part of the special Night to Shine that has always gone on, and he has never, I don't think, missed the opportunity to be with friends, to walk them down that red carpet.
Absolutely, and there was sometimes a battle on who was going to get to walk down the carpet with Sheriff Plasse.
Yeah.
Our friends would, get to come back and they would talk about, well, I got to walk down with Sheriff Plasse, or, whoever else they happened to pick out. So, he made a lasting impression on all of our friends as well, and, just such a tremendous man that our community is going to miss.
Special Olympics, too, I know, was another big thing, because I've heard many a story about that.
We might have conned him into doing the polar plunge one year, and he did it. He was a great sport about it, and anything to help our friends. That was what he was about. And jumping in, it was probably one of the coldest years that we had that he opted to do it, but he was a great sport about being there and being a part of that.
What is having somebody like John Plasse, having served on your board, having left this impression, what is the legacy he leaves behind for an organization like yours in the future? Because you only hope that there's other officers and other people that step up to the plate like he has.
Absolutely. Number one, nobody will ever fill those shoes. But just, his giving without question, and, just being a part, not being in the forefront, but just silently leading and just leaving that impression that he cared. And it wasn't just an impression, it was legit. He was truly a very caring and giving man.
I know what he would say if he were standing right here. It would be to give my friends a hug.
Yes.
And they're going to need that hug now.
Absolutely.
More than anything. He will
Absolutely.
be missed, I know.
Yes, he
Jodi,
will.
thank you.
Thank you
so much for your time. You tell our friends we said hello.
Absolutely.
Once again, just another great example of the kind of service that he provided to this community. He provided it through being an officer of the law. He provided it through helping those who were incarcerated, looking for that help on the inside. And he provided it on the outside to those who were differently abled. Special people all across this community will forever be impacted by him. And as I wrap up here today, Dana and Mike, I'd like to share a little story, if you don't mind. I was in Indianapolis at a concert this past weekend, and you know how you strike up conversations with people, and in doing so, I had a conversation with a man and his wife, and they said to me, "You're from Terre Haute?" I said, "Yeah." And this man, who was big and bubbly and bright and dancing, stopped in his tracks. "We just lost my brother. We just lost a man I served overseas with." And this grown man began to cry. And it, for me, was that moment of reality that his impact is felt beyond Terre Haute. It's felt in so many places. And I know here in our community, it will forever be in our hearts. Back to you.